Welcome back to High Definition. We learned that Nakka, which you met during the film, is currently living in Israel and studying at an international boarding school. How did she manage to come back? How does she feel about Israel after she was deported together with her family? And how does she identify herself today? We went to meet her to find out how she's doing and what it feels like being back.
So how did you get back to Israel?
When the school started, they were trying to find students to come to the school. It was 2014, and so someone told Rami about the school, and he asked if Rami knew someone that could fit from the project that will come here. And so Rami had me in his mind. And so Rami told me about it, and he told me that there's almost 0% that it will work, but we'll try to see what goes on with that part. But because I've been in Israel and I've been deported with my family and everything, so it's probably impossible for me to come back again. But they're gonna work hard for it. It was the beginning of 2014, and so I didn't put so much attention to it since it's not gonna work. And so it comes a time where I had to do some interviews to get accepted to the school, and so I tried that out, and I was accepted. And so in the end, they told me I could come here, but now I have to work on the visa process.
And what's your position here today?
I finished studying last year in May, and I came back to volunteer, gap year, internship in the school, and I work mostly with the administration, which gives me the option to just think of what I want to study or where I want to continue studying in my university. Yeah, it's a more calm year for me.
At the end of the documentary, a lot of the students said they want to go back to South Sudan. Do you feel the same way?
It's almost like every other country I've ever been to rejected me as, maybe not as Nakka, we don't want you, but as a population, we don't want you. But South Sudan didn't. And it welcomed me as, you belong here, that's your place, and you're welcome to stay for as long as you want, Though I've never, I'm not even, I can't, it was so hard for me to say that I'm from South Sudan because I was born in Egypt, raised here, and I don't know anything about the countries. I don't even know my tribal language, because I'm really ashamed of not knowing, but I don't know nothing. And then I had to go back there where everyone else that says that is your home, go back to Africa. But in reality, it's not really. After the war and after everything that happened, and the fact that my family went back to being refugees again, and I just really didn't want to be part of any of this anymore. I didn't want to be a refugee again. I didn't want to talk about war and civil war and death, and I really just want a place that could be peaceful for me, for my heart.
What's your connection to Israel? How do you feel about Israel today?
I guess I was hurt a lot. I didn't, the only time I felt hatred is when we went to the first process, the first plane went back to South Sudan, and I was at the airport, and we saw Eddie Shai coming there, and I just felt so much anger. That was the moment that I just felt angry. But apart from that, I was just really confused and hurt.
How do you define yourself? Where are you from, if someone asks?
Of course, I would say I'm from South Sudan because my family's from there and I'm practically from there. But if someone asked me really who do I see myself as, I would just like to say that I don't know. I live here most of my life, so I know the lifestyle here. When I went back to Africa, it was people telling me, you're a black person, but your mentality is so white. So everybody just saw me as this black spoiled white girl or something, I don't know. And so even when I went back there, I didn't feel like it was part of me. I felt so different. I didn't understand why I was so different, but then it was because I lived here. And so I know the lifestyle of here. I know how to live here. I don't know how to live there. But even here, you know, you're black, so you belong to Africa. But in reality, I don't really, because like, I don't know how to have the same attitude as they are. You know, I love Africa, and I really see myself as being part of Africa, and to being African and being South Sudanese.
And how would you want people in Israel to see you?
Just as Nakka. I want people to see me as Nakka. Really, I don't want people like trying to figure out where I'm from, or trying to figure out why I'm like this or why I'm like that, and why I'm like aiming for this or that. I just want them to see me as who I am.
When you were living here in Ria, you also came to visit Tel Aviv, where most of the community was. What does it feel like visiting Tel Aviv now?
It's pretty much empty for me. Well, it is empty in general as well. It's like, I don't see any South Sudanese when I walk down to Tel Aviv. Like, no one, literally. Unless like I'm going to visit someone specifically, I will never see anyone that I know down the street. It's sad. It's like, because before I used to come to Tel Aviv, whenever I come to Tel Aviv, I would be really happy because I would like feel like I can see people that I know and people that are practically family to us. And now I go down the street and this is like I'm going down like a memory lane or something, and it's just like there's no one there. And I just remember going like, oh, we used to hang out here, we used to hang out there, or you see them around here. But now it's like empty, there's nothing there.
How do you think people can understand what it's like being a refugee?
If those people would try for a moment to put themselves as refugees, put yourself in a place that you're living in a country, your home, you have your home, you work, and everything is so perfect. And all of a sudden you have to leave everything behind, and everything that is your home is destroyed. Put yourself in that place of a person that has to flee away and beg other people to help take care of them, help take care of their kids, and give them safety. It is already very painful to go through all this process, to go through the fact that you don't have a home anymore, and you won't ever know if you can ever go back there again. And people just need to realize that you don't become a refugee because you want to become a refugee. You don't become a refugee because you want to go live in another country. You become a refugee because you have no other option.
And what are you hoping for yourself, for the future?
Actually, I had a dream last night that I was taken to this amazing, like I had a dream that Simon from like X Factor, and he was in love with my voice, and he was like, I'm gonna make you famous, I'm gonna make song here in the heart, a melody I start but can't complete. So listen, the sound from deep within, it's only beginning to find relief. I've always liked singing, but I was always so shy to sing. So I never like showed that I knew how to sing or tried. But I like that people enjoy my voice. I like the feeling of singing. It's like a relief. Like, especially on stage, it's like I get to be whoever I want to be on stage. It's fun. It's that person that is like never hiding anything. It's just like all out there in the world, and like don't care, but is very caring. I am beautiful.